Hello and welcome into today's edition of the Arizona State Sun Devils Insider Podcast. My name is Kevin Hicks. I'm the lead beat writer for Arizona State Sun Devils on SI, and I am so pleased to join you once again today. We're now in July. We are now under 2 months away from the Arizona State football season kicking off, possibly the most anticipated season in the history of the program in 2025. We all know the drill. The program went from being projected to finish last in the Big 12 Conference in its maiden voyage to winning 11 games, winning the conference in actual convincing fashion, and then nearly beating Texas in the college football playoff. We all know 4th and 13, one play away from winning that game, and they let Texas draw victory from the jaws of defeat, and that's unfortunate, but the effort that they showed could not be more commendable. They're getting due respect from a large faction of the nation, and this the limit to what this team can do, the ceiling of this team is truly something to watch. I do not believe that this team has a ceiling. I think that they can reach even new heights, possibly even winning a playoff game this season. We'll see what happens, but I'm so honored to be covering this team through all of it. Once again, daily exercise. Please follow me on X/Twitter at khicks_21 when you get the chance to do so. Uh, Video content and story content will be posted frequently as the season inches closer on that platform. So please, if you get a chance to do so, do it. All right, so let's get into today's episode. So I actually got an idea of what to talk about today via an ESPN piece that came out this morning, college football related. It was exploring underrated players for each top 25 team in the ESPN top 25, and um, they have Arizona State ranked number 12 right now, so pretty solid spot there, directly behind Illinois and Brigham Young. BYU is the highest ranked team in the Big 12 currently at number 10, despite losing Jake Retzloff this week. We'll see what happens there. Directly in front of South Carolina and Iowa State. And without further ado, let's get into who they say the player that could contribute, under the radar player that could contribute for the Sun Devils is. So it's none other than Nyland Green, the former 5-star recruit that went to University of Georgia to begin his collegiate career. He struggled with playing time, receiving playing time, consistency, and all of that. Transferred to Purdue last season, struggled at Purdue, but the opportunity is always there for Green to break out under Brian Carrington in his final season of eligibility. Let's see what they have to say about him. Bill Connolly said the Arizona State defense returns 8 starters, including both cornerbacks Keith Abney II and Javon Robinson. The Sun Devils are blessed with continuity on that side of the ball that most top 25 teams don't have, but that makes cornerback Nyland Green one heck of a luxury add. The Purdue transfer, who started his career as a blue chipper at Georgia, was an all-or-nothing playmaker with an overwhelmed Boilermakers defense last year. But in more select roles with better experience and talent around him, he could turn into a major difference maker for the defending Big 12 champs. And I do agree with that sentiment for the most part. The Purdue team, as you know, in 2024, as you might know, only won one game. They struggled. They did nearly beat Illinois in a game and nearly got a huge upset, but outside of that, there wasn't a lot of bright spots in the Purdue season, and Nyland Green was often the brunt of the lack of overall talent on the roster. Kenrick Breedlove also transferred to Arizona State, and he was probably the best defender on Purdue's team last season, but he projects more as a slot corner, while Nyland is more of an outside corner, covering the boundaries, and the potential to put him in certain packages, the potential to surround him with truly strong DB talent, the chance to actually provide consistent coaching that he may or may not have received in the past, all of those things are very intriguing, and it's the potential to be one of the biggest ads of the transfer portal window quietly is in Nyland Green. The talent is still there, and I don't believe that he has peaked as a player or lost his opportunity to end up being a productive player at the collegiate level. We'll see what happens in 2025, but he is very talented and still has more to give. I do believe that much. So Kyle Bonagura actually accidentally put Elijah O'Neal as the potential sleeper player for Iowa State, and as we know, Elijah O'Neal is an Arizona State Sun Devil. So let's talk about Elijah O'Neal as well before we close out today's show. So O'Neal turned in a productive 2024 season, finishing with 4 sacks and 4.5 tackles for loss in what was expected to be his final season in Tempe. However, as a former junior college transfer, O'Neal benefited from the ruling that granted JUCO transfers an extra year of eligibility and will return for his final season with a chance to develop into a more well-rounded pass rusher. He started 6 games last year, and with the strong possibility of an expanded role, it wouldn't be a surprise if O'Neal chases double-digit tackles for loss or sacks. So obviously the Arizona State defense, again, the talent level on the defense that has been handed to Coach Brian Ward is incredible. All 3 levels are talented. All 3 levels have a certain level of depth to them. The defensive line for Arizona State is looking pretty good as long as Prince Dorba and Elijah O'Neal can stay healthy. You also have absolute game wrecker on the defensive line in the form of CJ Fight. You have Zach Swanson providing quality depth. You have O'Neal he does have potential to get into the double-digit tackles for loss and sacks range. I truly do believe that. He's very talented. His phenomenal stature, 6'3", 245 frame. He is an awesome player, and the sky is the limit for him in 2025. So we are less than 2 months away from the season kicking off. Let's see if that Arizona State defense can live up to the billing of being a phenomenal unit. That's all I have for today. Thank you so much for tuning in once again today. Please follow me on X/Twitter if you get a chance to do so at KHicks_21, and I will see you tomorrow.